train line at Folkston, Georgia right now, currently. Today we're going to be talking about things the railroad's doing that could improve changements or anything. All right, the first topic we're going to be talking about is
Sorry, we're laughing about the railroad stuff.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is NXDN, or digital radio system that the railroad will be switching to in the next, let's say, 9 years. NXDN stands for Next Generation Digital Narrowband. All right, so basically what this is the railroad is going to be switching soon to where, like, you can pick up from anywhere. Like, so say, like, I'm sitting in my bedroom.
How we get there? Brandon, how we get to your bedroom? Anyways.
Okay, the next generation radios.
He's saying, like, say you're in your bedroom and you want to listen for a train coming, you can hear it like 40 miles south of you.
No, here's my real question. Remember NCDOT's radios, how we can hear them all the way from North, Indian Trail? They're all the way in Charlotte. The railroad needs to sit there and invest some of those, because we sit here 2 miles long, we hear static. Yeah. You can clearly hear them, and whatever the dispatchers use, that you can hear from Jacksonville all the way there.
Dispatcher uses satellite.
Yeah, they need to start using satellite. That's what they need to start doing.
Satellite everywhere.
That'll make better communication. Way better communication.
You see that major, if you go Crawford, Florida, you got the major tower that NS has for radio.
I'm saying,
dispatch.
And also Verizon uses it, so their mobile users.
He went from the Norfolk Southern to Verizon. He said, "Yeah, Verizon uses that."
Verizon, you can see on the side.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Norfolk Southern has some good radios too.
They do have some radios. Yeah.
Well,
some of their radios be trash.
Especially some of their C6M radios.
Those are clean.
Basically the whole company for Norfolk Southern C6Ms.
That's a different
topic.
I never knew this, but depending on like what engine it is, the radio sounds different.
Yeah.
It's like a subtle difference.
If you're on a Jeep, you're
clear, folks.
Amtrak has some pretty good.
Yeah, their conductor radios are clear too.
Yeah, most of the conductors, they got the Kenwood.
They have the Kenwood.
Oh yeah, like the ones with that's on their shoulders. They just like go like that.
They either have that, or they have the off-brand Motorola's that Amtrak provides. But most of them, they buy their own radios. And
this is off topic, but why is that floodlight still out? It's been out for like the last 2 years.
I don't know. This is a question.
Well,
if that was on, it'd be so much better.
I think at Rail Watch they'll know this and they'll.
Also, for everybody listening, you can pay me $25 for Map CSX.
Yo.
It's where you can track all the CSX trains. Contact this user down below. It could be up to $25 to $30, just depending on where you live, or in Cash App. And just message in the comments if you want it, and I have it. All right. Next thing, off to the ad. All right.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Talk about railroad safety.
Oh, we need it. Okay.
Promoted by Norfolk Southern.
Norfolk Southern. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Norfolk Southern. It's not their fault. It's really the way they drive. The drivers just don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Which
Norfolk Southern is like the.
How we jump from?
We take twos.
Yeah. But Norfolk Southern. The thing I feel like Norfolk Southern. Do you know how like last year? Or like 2 years ago, they were running 13,000 foot manifest trains and like 13,000 foot and all that stuff. Like, you know how NS be running all that stuff? Yeah. And then PSR clicked it and they still didn't do it. They still be running like 10,000 foot intermodal trains and stuff.
That's
what I think part of the derailment is. And then they'll pull the BNSF talking about like they'll run it like a 4x3 or something like that.
So example, Folkston right here, when there was no PSR, this place was
packed.
Probably like 50 trains.
You'll see 6 M603s on the line.
You see 10 aisle 32s, but they all have different symbols.
10 aisle 31, 32, 33, 34,
but no, like I think that's the reason for their derailment is because
there was so many trains.
And it's also so it's not weighed correctly.
Yeah. PSR is making crew. They're more.
The longer trains they get, the worse the slack is going to be, and it's just going to break couplers and break everything else.
By derailment resume, Norfolk Southern's got the worst resume than CSX for East Coast.
Can you talk about East Palestine?
Yeah. That was terrible. They're still
Folkston here? Folkston here? What happened in Folkston here?
Yeah.
Technically, that wasn't their fault.
Okay,
that was Mal.
No, it wasn't even. So basically,
JC Davis.
Okay, so basically what was happening was there was a crew down there, a switch tender, or so.
Which the day this was happening, these signals were not even on. So the turnout signals at
There
Folkston
should have
were
been like a
off.
restricted speed for
Yeah.
that. If
There
there's no
was,
signals,
there was.
Why would they let a high priority intermodal train go then?
He looked like he was going fast. He was going over.
No, he was going
like
fast.
He
I
was
looked
going
at the
over-
camera.
He was going over
when it
25
happened.
miles
It
per
was
hour.
3-0, and he was going over that.
30?
And 7, it was 30.
still wasn't enough time
Still,
to
that's
stop.
not enough time to stop with them.
Well, because they
And it
thought,
proved it.
well, because the crew on 32 that day, I mean, they thought the switch was not normal.
Yeah. Well, see, basically what happened was they had a switch tender down there that probably came from either Waycross or Moncrief. Which, what happened was, what I heard in the document write-up was that whoever switched it the wrong way, and there was nothing on dispatcher or, which, I don't know why PTC wasn't on. What are we doing?
Yeah, PTC.
That was another thing. They had it off
Yeah.
for like just this area, but it was on everywhere else.
I'm saying, what are we doing?
Because if you got the signals off, there's no PTC.
Yeah.
Signals off, PTC.
They could have been like,
eliminated.
give 32 a heads up or something.
They did. They probably did.
They probably
they
did,
gave
but
him
we
like
didn't hear
6
it.
EC1s.
It's just the guy, the person, whoever threw that
Switch tender.
switch,
Yeah.
the switch tender. I mean, they have like, I mean, he was like the guy in charge. I mean, I don't know what happened after, but I mean, that's just
There's a
how,
monster behind me.
I'm just gonna let you know something we gotta work on is when you see 2 tracks, you gotta think 2 trains are coming. Or when you
Yeah.
see tracks, think a train's always coming. Because so many people be sitting here trying to do all the things where like they try to run the train tracks and then they say, "Oh look, the train's coming." And they sit there and yell at the train and talk about something. "Oh, can y'all stop? There's a train coming. Oh, I need you to stop." Well, you gotta think about it that a train. Okay, think of a truck and a tractor trailer. How fast you think? If you're in front of a truck in traffic and then you slam on your brakes, you think that truck's gonna stop in time? Maybe, but likely not. It's
mean,
gonna
yeah.
stop. But if you're on a train and you're sitting there on the train tracks and you see a big old massive coal train coming, you think that thing's gonna stop right away? No, it's gonna take it about a good
It'll
5
stop
minutes.
after
It'll
it hits
stop
you.
after it hits you.
Oh yeah, and also people need to realize calling 911 is not gonna do anything until the train's already hit you.
Yo, look at the dang crossing board. Now, I
There's a-
can't stress that enough,
They,
honestly.
I mean, after that UP accident in Texas where it hit that big concrete center
Still,
beam.
yeah.
I heard it
And
sat
the
there for
train-
45 minutes.
I'm
It
being,
sat there for 45 minutes and no one called.
Instead of
the sign.
sitting there and recording it and trying to get all these views and stuff,
Call
sit there.
911.
No, not even 911. Call the star number. Call the number on the crossing that says the area emergency number
The
and
mob
call it
post.
on there.
What?
Don't sit
Just
there and
read out the
record. Don't sit
crossing.
there and call
The
911
operation,
because
I mean-
when you call 911, then they have to call the railroad. If you call the railroad straight, it's gonna be more.
So 911,
faster.
they have to go get contact information.
And Operation Lifesaver is like stressing this out
I'm
as
saying.
hard as they can, like to people.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some of y'all in here probably have killed lives before not calling the railroad. Whatever the number, because if you hit someone and they kill, and you're like, "Oh, I should have not called number," you just killed a life. I'm sorry.
Like if you see something on that track, and like it's a whole different story if somebody runs around the gates. That's
That's
their
a whole
problem.
different deal.
That's
but
their problem.
If they're
That's
stuck
just-
on the track trying to get out, getting all their information, call that sign. That's the
I mean,
easiest thing.
those barriers are there to save lives,
saying.
and you gotta
They ain't
obey
working.
them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it always hurts you. But imagine the train crews it hurts if they kill somebody.
Every
Okay.
year, like these gates are expected by someone every year.
Remember the other day when we were over here, that biker right over
That
here.
biker
ran right in
took
front of Amtrak.
right
Right
Amtrak. And if he was
in
sitting there for
front of
less
Amtrak,
than
yeah.
2
Every day at
seconds, then he would've
Folkston,
been
you're gonna see more than 3 gate runners.
Waycross, it's even worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Waycross is so bad.
Waycross, like the people are just tired of the trains at Waycross. Like they're just so fucking.
Well, another thing
sick
is
of
that
them.
it's mostly some areas. So Waycross.
Yeah, Waycross.
Some of the lines on Waycross, that's why they run them. Because they,
Only
Did you hear about the news the other day that they're what is it? I think BNSF be running like 2-mile-long trains and they're sitting there like there's only one way in and one way out. And it's by a train, and like they had to split the train in order for it to be able because like if emergency happened, they're trying to
mean-
find different exits.
I mean,
I don't blame them, but here's the thing: railroads like to save money, which means if they want to save money, bigger trains. I'm sorry, but that's how it works.
Muncie, Indiana, they have the CSX crosses NS at grade, and like NS, like they have a yard there, tiny yard, and they switch it out. They be blocking the highway crossing, and like the city of Muncie was like wanting to start charging the railroad for how many minutes they blocked the crossing.
there's another place in Indiana. I don't remember what it was
I
called.
mean, Indiana.
Elkhart?
Florence, South
No.
Carolina is a terrible place for this to happen.
It might be Ohio actually, but it gets like 70 plus a day between like CSX and NS. I don't know what it's called.
Fostoria,
No, it's not Fostoria.
Marion.
No, it's not like in that area. It's
Not
like
at
its
all.
own thing.
Own thing. Well,
It might actually be an Indiana place.
okay.
I saw a video on it somewhere, and I've not seen it since. like last year.
Yeah.
It gets the those I-007s and 8s wherever
Yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
those.
Also, speaking of railroad safety, I mean, I know y'all like some of y'all don't have grade crossings or whatever. Like y'all have like dirt crossings, but if you see a train, don't sit there and look. Like don't just like suggest because y'all judge the speed wrong. Honestly, like when I remember example like Boulogne or wherever we went today, like it didn't look like those things were going fast until they got up
They'll
to you.
get past you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yo,
they'll
they
get
were
past
hauling.
you,
They were moving like that Amtrak, that I-137 or the
25.
25. Oh, 25 was moving.
You're like, oh yeah, he
Why
don't
it's
look
not
like
like-
Like you
he's
can
going
look up the hill, like, oh, it's not
See
moving
here-
until it
see
gets
here-
Like, think about a high priority intermodal train hitting you at 70 miles per hour. You're
You
flying.
don't exist.
See, on the Florida funnel, you have a lot of CSX intermodals for CSX. Like, a lot of major intermodals for CSX on their system comes out of Jacksonville.
Mhm.
Jacksonville is like the southern end for their big intermodal business for CSX.
Yeah. CSX is real. Their big slogan is safety.
Yeah.
CSX, how tomorrow moves because it ain't getting there today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And what's Norfolk
Yeah.
Southern's? Never getting to
What's
you at
your
all.
function? Yeah, whatever.
Does Norfolk Southern have one?
No.
No, not
I don't even think they do.
No, they don't.
UP's is let's take over.
Yeah. UP wanted to.
BNSF is like,
Oh, we have I-144 coming.
Yeah, I got I-144 coming, so
getting no signal.
excuse us. We have to. If you hear a train go through, then it's I-144.
BNSF just sits at 70 mile an hour till they get to where they're going.
I mean,
Tell me about it. Like, and what and BNSF be running like a 6x12 in the middle? Like you have 6
rail
up
fanning
front,
on a
12.
BNSF line is like, for rail fanning is
And-
hard.
and-
They
and-
don't call signals.
and I'm gonna be honest
you
with
have
you.
to rely on the defect detector.
And NS is starting to be like BNSF because you can see how NS is starting to run like these 4x12s in the middle or like 4x12, and you wonder why their trains are splitting because they have too much power going into like the train itself.
What's a 1x3 gonna do? A 1x3x0.
No. Speaking of horseshoe curve, for example, coming down the grade, you'll have like 3x4, right? But you'll have a loaded coal train coming by a 2x1, and you expect it to get up to a 2% grade all up the dang
Yeah.
Altoona. How is that going to work? You are lucky if you don't split. You are lucky if you don't stall, and I'm guarantee you will probably stall if you're on a 2x1. That makes no sense.
I mean, CSX, like, they call their signals in the best way.
And then you have all these like the intermodal trains coming down with like manly helpers, but the coal trains you see them with that loaded like 4,000 ton coal
Those are
trains?
train engineers.
Nah, dude. Nah,
There's so
you'll see them with
many trains
non-manly
that
power.
stall
You'll
on
just
that
see them
hill.
going up. Those engineers are struggling to get that thing up
Yeah.
there. I find it dumb. I find it really dumb.
Which that's what they
They
use
give
their-
too much power for trains that don't need it,
That's why they. That's
and
why,
they give less power to
like,
trains
when,
that
when
need it.
they're going up and down hills, that's why they use their just their dynamics. Like they won't touch their independent or automatic
Yeah,
at
for
all.
trains that are going downhill. I mean, I understand downhill, but like dynamics will help you. But for trains that are going uphill, notch 8, you either have wheel slip or you split if you don't have
Same.
enough power.
Yeah.
Put your sand on. That's
Now,
your
me
best
personally, I
bet.
don't know how those engineers do it without those power, but they don't split nor wheel slip.
I bet it's scary when you're in notch 8 and you just see it going down by 0.1 very slowly. It
Yeah,
gets
that's
20,
on run 8. On run 8, that's how it is.
19.0,
Uh-huh.
18.9.
And you see the amps climbing too, and you're like, oh shoot.
It's climbing, but we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty stressful. I'll tell you that. And I'm pretty sure the railroads, they need to work on their safety. Like we can't stress that enough. Safety.
And we got us rail fans over here, but like, go faster.
And you got idiots running gates, getting hit by trains every day.
That's why I think the railroads are starting to be more safety on. Like that's why I think you have more.
They're
I think
trying to be more
I think they're
safe.
trying to get more like police and stuff around. Cause I know the police like know us a little bit, but like not only that, I think that's why we're kind of getting more talked to about things recently.
Solve
They
'Cause
left
it's
pulling
like-
over e-bikes.
You know what? That was on you.
Yeah.
Because
I was on the sidewalk.
no, you were a moped. That's what you were.
He said, look at that moped.
For
Oh,
example,
e-bike.
Norfolk Southern and Salisbury, North Carolina, and the Danville and Charlotte districts, like they made that whole area prohibitive for rail fans. It's all
My real
prohibited.
question is why quiet zones? What's the point of it?
And Salisbury's the
You already have.
That's where the most stuff happens.
Here's the thing. You already have. Not even that. But it's like, what's the point of quiet zones? If they can't hear you, what's the point of quiet zones? There's already enough things with no quiet zones. What do you think is going to make less with quiet zones? If the train's already loud itself and people complain, I don't care if people complain. Would you rather get killed or people complain 24/7 instead of losing a life trying to?
It's just these rich people. They move right next to the tracks and they're like, there's a train going every day. Like, shut up. The railroad was there before you.
Yeah.
It sounds
Your
really
fault
good
that you
though.
want to
Like,
move right. I mean, yeah.
if you
I've
live-
seen there's a crossing on the BNSF they took out because it was apparently too
Oh,
loud.
speaking of taking crossings out on the Charlotte district, bro. Apparently, after like 3 years ago,
What was that?
somebody ran the gates and boom, killed them, both of them.
Yeah.
Which now apparently it's
Oh,
a
you
high-speed
heard about
train.
CSX, the 37 that hit that person at Matthews?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that's
Yeah.
suicide. They
How
can't.
about 38 hitting a dang tank?
Yeah, dude, that is insane. That happened That happened in a week 3 times. 38, I believe it was 38 C904 and
then-
and
then 37.
I think it was 37. Yeah, it was I
all
believe
hit
it was
something?
C904 pedestrian, and then the other 2 were trucks.
No, 37 was pedestrian.
Oh yeah, it all happened in Wingate. No, that's
And then Matthews, stuff like that, like stuff like what railroad can't, unless like suicide. Like if you're walking on the tracks and you're just walking, you're gonna hear the horn.
Yeah.
I'm
Unless you
sorry
have
to say, if
headphones
you
in.
have your headphones,
Yeah, I've seen the stories about like they had the earbuds in and that's why they got hit. It's like
no.
there's no way a train horn's not loud enough to go over
And
your
I'm s-
music.
how
Even
do you
with
not
it
hear
all
the
the way up.
rumbling?
Yeah.
How do you not feel anything?
Unless your house is like 100 feet from
Yeah.
the track.
Like if you say you lived in this area, you know you'd look to make sure
I'm saying.
even if you had headphones on, you'd be like, is it good?
Yeah.
And especially say it's like nighttime. How do you not see these flashing lights
I'm saying that
or
are red.
anything like flashing? It doesn't get
These
your
lights were
attention.
made to tell people like there's something big coming down the tracks and like you gotta get out of the way.
853. I remember that video.
Yeah.
I love that video. Wasn't it like meeting of 2 giants or something? I think it's my favorite video he made.
Yo, Danny, real
Yeah.
quick, distant hit
It was like meeting of 2 giants.
the meeting. Yeah, they made a sparring on the S line.
I thought
Hey,
it
what
was
do they
Star.
call L795 here?
Oh, they call him the Moncrief, the
Moncrief
Monster.
Moncrief monster.
Switchy time.
Yeah, they
Oh,
call
doesn't he have the? Yeah, we need to
Yeah,
come,
he
come
needs
back
that-
with
he got
the
that here.
heritage.
What, bro? Oh, the car?
You can go around this.
Maybe.
Hey, slow down, boy.
Why is Taylor calling me? Yo, are you okay?
All right. So speaking of that,
Oh, train. What in the world?
Oh, what?
oh well, we're gonna
we
be back
got,
for a train break.
Train break, everyone. So
What?
Where'd he come from?
Who is that?
Who is that?
What is that?
Yo, we just
That shit.
like, look at those dish lights.
No, that's a long hood forward. This is
That L796.
796. I know exactly who this is.
Oh, except remember
It's
earlier.
backwards, dude. Yeah, it's a G-Bone backwards.